you would laugh in their face. You would laugh in their face.
Are we talking about
right?
like reincarnation?
Ted, if some guy came back and said, I was dead for 3 months.
Yeah.
I was just hanging out watching Ted jerking off all the time. I
Cameron
got tired of that. Yeah, I got
Yeah.
tired of that. I needed to get the fuck out of Ted's house.
Sure.
I'm back. I'm alive. And they say, okay. And then he told what happened. People would be like, dude, you're fucking, that's crazy. That's stupid. So you wouldn't, even if it happened.
No, I'm just saying like the movie The Amityville Horror, that was based on a true story. So The Amityville Horror was
I
like,
think that was totally fake.
no,
man.
but
The whole thing was
but
fake.
allegedly the kid, he shot his parents and his like 2 siblings. He got convicted, but the house was haunted. That was a real story because there was like 3 movies.
Yeah, but it was
about
totally fake. I think that was totally fake.
No, but the people who moved in after that happened,
they set the whole thing up. It was just bullshit.
Do you think so?
Yes, I think it was actually proven that it was bullshit.
Okay,
That's
know.
it.
So yeah.
Ted disproved. No, I think it was bullshit.
What about haunted houses and haunted hotels? I mean, that's a real
Ted,
thing, right?
Ted,
I mean,
we're talking about religion, man.
Yeah, that's part of religion.
No, it's not.
Okay, proceed. I give up. So.
Thank God. He has been worn down.
No, then don't thank God. Don't thank God.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank somebody else.
Right. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, did you guys know that there are over 20 religions that have to do with UFOs and extraterrestrials?
I did not, but it makes sense. Those people
I mean,
are crazy.
there's been UFO sightings. I mean, that's legitimate. I mean, this is coming from the U.S. Navy, who's actually spotted UFOs in the sky that they can't identify that are moving faster than any type of aircraft that they've ever seen.
So you think there's aircraft and UFOs, and they can travel from somewhere that's so far away we can't find them, but they can't hide from our airplanes and our cameras.
Honestly,
that makes sense to
I
you.
mean, it doesn't make sense, but honestly, I'm actually more inclined to believe that than that other stuff. I'm actually more inclined. I mean, I'm actually like we talked about. Are there other intelligent beings in the universe that we're not aware of that are more technologically advanced than us? Yes. I mean, how could there not be?
Oh, no, listen, Teddy, I agree. Yeah. But okay. So there's 2 UFO religions that I think are pretty cool. Okay, one is called realism. Why you? It's not that funny of a name. Okay, so this group thinks extraterrestrial species known as Elohim created humanity using advanced technology. And this is how we know this. The creator of this religion was visited by one of these aliens, and he told them.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Like Joseph Smith. He was visited by God. Eh?
Dum 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 dum
Exactly.
dum. Yeah. Okay. So, and then there's another one called universal people. Okay. These people believe that there's civilizations that operate fleets of spaceships, and that are orbiting the Earth, and helping us, and waiting at some point they're going to transport us to another dimension. Yeah. And they wait all this time, they do everything, they pray to these people or whatever, so they can end up in another dimension.
Yeah. That's the thing that always amazes me with religion is there's all these people, things, beings, creatures that are looking out for you, right? They're altruistic beings.
And why would they do that?
Right, exactly. That's my point.
Right. Well, hey,
I mean, if I was a superior being, I would just eat you.
what the fuck?
Or incinerate you. I mean, like,
Are you Darwin?
I mean, why would I comfort you and
Dude,
feed you and
that would be a great religion.
Nurture you and
you start a religion on a guy who doesn't believe in religion, and then you base it on the fact that you need to eat people.
Yes.
Now, hold on a second. I will tell you this. There is a group of people, in Brazil, in the Amazon, they eat the dead. This is the Yanomami tribe of Amazon, and they believe death is unnatural, so they burn you, they mix you with bananas.
Elvis.
And they peanut butter and bananas, and then they eat you. And they believe that then the dead person lives inside them forever.
Nice. It's eating people is a weird thing.
Isn't it like the shrunken heads, like the Inca, like the tribes in the Amazon that have the shrunken heads?
Army
right?
Hammer, that famous actor, his girlfriend broke up with him. Army Hammer.
I heard of him.
I've never heard of him.
Army Hammer. He was in.
Just Google it. He's a famous actor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
famous actor.
Okay, go ahead.
He's like B level, but yeah, he's
okay.
They broke up. Him and his girlfriend broke up. She claims he bit her, and basically wanted to eat parts of her. Call Me by Your Name is the movie I was thinking of. That's his most recent one that I saw.
You said Call Me Maybe?
Call Me by Your Name.
Okay, so here I'll give you one. Now this isn't eating, but you guys saw was it Two Men and a Kid? What's that one with Charlie Sheen?
Two and a half men. Two and a half men. Yeah.
Okay, you know the young kid in there?
Yeah.
So he got hooked up with some religion. I don't know if it's 7-Day Adventist or whatever. They ended up telling him that the show was no good, and he ended up quitting the show.
I remember that, but I know it was because of religion. Yeah,
of the religion, and he just kind of came out the other couple weeks ago, maybe or a month ago, and said that he's not any part of any religion, and he realizes now that
he fucked up.
Yeah, he fucked up big time. I mean, probably lost millions of dollars.
I mean, look at Tom Cruise. He's a lunatic. He's a Scientologist.
Yeah,
right?
but they know how to exploit Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
unlike that religion.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, come on. What Scientology does? I mean, we'll have a show. We will do a show on cults. That is guaranteed.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and that Scientology is a cult. It's
yeah.
not,
Well, of course
it's
a cult. It's not. Yeah. So
I want to be on that show. I want to be on the one with the sex cult. That was the most recent one with the woman.
A sex cult.
That's a lot of them.
All of them are sex cults.
Yeah, no, I know, but this one was like legit sex cult. She was a famous female actress. She's still in the courts. I think it's going on right now.
I did not hear about
what's that thing in California called the Burning Man, where all these people go to the desert and
just start fucking and stuff?
Kumbaya. It's like basically like Woodstock in the fucking desert in California.
That's called, Teddy, that's called an orgy.
Oh, exactly. So you just call it Burning Man. Okay, got it.
Listen, you give an orgy a fancy name, and then you can do anything you want.
Got it.
Okay, so this is a cool one. You guys ever heard of Pastafarians? This is no bullshit.
Not Rastafarians, like a Pastafarian.
This is no bullshit. Okay, now they are actually on 2 continents. Okay, and they believe in the flying spaghetti monster. I'm not fucking with you. It's invisible. It's a floating mass of spaghetti noodles with a large meatball on either side of its body and 2 centrally located eye stalks. And this is a religion that people follow. Yeah. And it's not quite as stupid as, you ready for this? The Prince Philip movement. I'm not fucking with you. So Prince Philip, the royal couple, Prince Philip and his wife went to Vanuatu in 1974. And this is a tribe of people. They don't have shit, right? So when they saw this guy, and I'm sure it's the first white guy they've ever seen in their whole fucking life.
It's a primitive tribe.
Yeah, primitive
tribe. In the middle of wherever,
right?
Yeah.
So they believe that the Duke was a descendant of one of their spirits, and now they literally have a religion called the Prince Philip movement.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, it's way better. Luckily, Prince Andrew didn't go.
No, but I mean, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Because he'd be paying $1 million settlement. But that's the point. So when you basically have a civilized person go to an indigenous society, and they see you, I mean, yeah, their obviously beliefs are skewed. So that's a good example of it's not a real thing. It's not accurate. So for example, if I lived in the 13th century and you came from 2021 dressed like you, and I'm dressed like a 13th century peasant, I'd be like, oh my God, this guy's a god.
Or he's idiot and needs to be killed.
That guy's an idiot, I can tell.
Exactly,
He's one of the 3.
Yeah.
He's one of the 3 original. Oh, we need to start a religion.
For example, the movie Apocalypto, which was a great movie with Mel Gibson, who directed that, who's a good director. So basically, it was
crazy.
Inca
doesn't
tribe.
care for Jews.
Does not. You know what? Does not care for the Jews.
But actually, the Passion of the Christ, that was a good movie. That was a good movie.
Okay, anyway, the guy's still a fucking psycho.
Long story short. So the Apocalypto is like some Inca tribe where they're sacrificing people. So the hero of the movie, he's about to get sacrificed by the competing tribe, and then there's a solar eclipse in the middle of the day, and of course the people freaked out because they thought that was a sign from God, which obviously wasn't accurate. And then of
wait,
course,
how do you know all solar eclipses aren't a sign from God?
But then the Spaniards came to conquer everybody. So obviously they
were a sign from God too.
So they were all dead at the end of that. So that was actually worse than what
okay. So we're gonna end this with some really fucked up shit. Okay, so
wait, there's something worse than what we've been talking about. Okay.
So no, there's some really really weird shit. Okay, so there's a group in South India called the Garutin Tehukam. Okay, so to celebrate their religion, they hang you from metal hooks. Seriously,
sounds like BDSM,
dude. They hang you from metal hooks and then just leave you there. And there's another group. Are you ready for this? This is in North Dakota, in our own country right here. They pierce your skin and suspend you from the roof of this building until you pass out. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what people seem to be obsessed with that. You know, Native Americans did that too, with the eagle claws in the chest, and just a lot of.
So there's a thing called Sundance. This is also in America, right? So in Sundance, these people, right? They fast for 4 days, and then they pierce their chest with a skewer. Teddy, do you love that religion?
I'm gonna take a hard pass on that.
Okay, what if they pierced your ass with a skewer?
Well, now we're talking.
No, but I mean that's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
And that shit that's happening right now, right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine in my lifetime, after watching someone get skewered, that I would be like, yeah, I'm next, man. Yeah. I'm down with that. Doesn't that seem kind of crazy?
Seems pretty crazy. I'm guessing those people don't have jobs. You know, you don't have time to pierce your chest if you have to go to work the next day. You know.
You take some Johnny. That's personal time.
PTO.
Take some PTO.
Yeah, when you
religious. You get those
religious days.
Like that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get skewered by a giant. Yeah.
You take a skewer day,
sir. Did you say you wrote down skewered? Yeah, skewered. Yeah, that's I fast. I'm gonna fast first because I want to be really weak when someone sticks me with this. Okay, so I thought this was pretty crazy. This thing's called scarification. And they practice it in New Guinea. This is where they scar up and cut you, right, to make you look like a crocodile. Yeah. So your skin looks like a crocodile skin.
I've seen that before. I think I know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
I just can't imagine that people would do this. That seems so crazy, right?
Pete Davidson just burned Kim's name into his chest.
Kim Kardashian's name into his chest. I heard about that. Yeah. So
branded it.
Really?
Not a tattoo. He branded it.
But didn't Billy Bob Thornton do that with Angelina Jolie back in the day? They got matching tattoos of each other on their.
But this is a branding, like where you.
Oh, like an actual.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So him and every guy who fucked Kim Kardashian. Yeah. Wait a minute. Is Pete Davidson black?
No.
This doesn't make sense to me.
He's just depressed.
Wait a minute. Wait. He's not black?
No.
And Kim Kardashian's with him.
Yeah.
What?
I don't understand
that.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Wow. Oh, so that's why he burned himself. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes total sense to me. Okay. Here, this is kind of weird. In Tibet, they give you a sky burial. Okay? So when you die, they chop up your body and let vultures eat it.
Ooh, nice.
And that vultures then eat you and take you up to the sky.
Vultures got to eat.
Actually, you know what's always cool? I always like the Viking funeral. The Viking funeral where they put you on the funeral pyre and they just set it on fire and they just like float you out on the river. That's pretty cool. I mean, you're already dead by that point, so it doesn't matter. But
that's fine. I think
that's kind of cool.
I think if you do that though, you got to push them out on the boat, and then someone's got to shoot a flaming arrow onto I think that's the way to go. Yeah.
I like that.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready? In Indonesia, they have a ritual where the bride and groom, after they're married, they can't use the toilet for 3 days. They can't use the toilet for 3 days. It's bad luck.
They didn't really explain. Like, do they go in the corner or I don't know? Do you know what
they hold it?
No, they literally cannot. No,
they gotta hold it for.
They have to hold their shit.
Actually, there's a.
It's not like not using a toilet.
Actually, there's a village in China. I think that there was actually a movie on Netflix that said like the people like their whole life revolves around using the bathroom. Like they can't use the bathroom for a certain amount of time.
You shit yourself. It's bad luck. I guess.
I got to be honest with you. Yeah. My whole life is using a bathroom.
Exactly.
I mean, I spend most. Yeah. That's where my quiet time is.
Exactly,
honestly, no one fucking bothers me. Right? Yeah.
I want to take a piss right now. Actually.
Okay, so you ready? There's a thing called sati. Okay. So if a woman, this is in, I don't remember what country this is in, but if a man dies, the woman then is forced to, are you ready? So that they put the man in a hole. They have the woman sit on the man. Okay? I do not think he is aroused at that time.
Yeah.
And then they burn him and her.
Wow.
Yes.
While she's alive?
While she's alive.
So it's like a Joan of Arc thing. She's alive and she's being burned at the stake.
Yeah.
That's a little too. That's
just because her old man died before her.
Yeah. That's a little too intense.
Like the Egyptian pharaohs, where they would.
That's too intense, man. Yeah.
Take their whole servants and
yeah,
everybody.
The servants,
bury them.
They murder their servants, take them to the afterlife with them. Yeah.
Okay, so there's a group of monks. They are the